What's good, fam? Happy Sunday. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm mixing a record. I thought I'd share it with you guys and go live here. It's been a little while, right? If you do enjoy these live sessions where I'm diving in Pro Tools, Logic, mixing, producing, whatever, please share the show. That's all I ask. Like, I'm not asking you guys to pay me a bunch of money or anything. You know, I just want a little bit of support. So just reciprocation, right? So I show you some stuff. You're like, yo, I got a lot out of that. That's really dope. I just learned something new. Dope. All right. Now share that to your Instagram story, to your Facebook page, to whatever. You know what I mean? Say what's up. Drop a comment. Like it. You know, spread the love. That's all I'm asking. So tonight we're going to be getting into a session from this rapper. I think his name's Icy Reese. And I'm always trying to shout out the people I work with, the people that pay me to mix and master, produce, you know, work with them. So I love doing these kind of sessions because it also kind of shouts out the artists and helps them out. We're going to get into right now, I think I'll go through everything with you guys as much as I possibly can. If you have any questions along the way as I'm mixing, just drop them in the comments. And don't be a creep. You know, if you show up to these lives, say what's up. Like, hey, how's it going? My name's whatever, you know, introduce yourself. Good place to connect with other people that are artists, producers, engineers, beat makers, you know, whatever, songwriters. So y'all need to connect. And I'm sure tonight's stream will be kind of small, which means you guys get a lot more one-on-one attention, which is great. So let's get into the session. So right now I'm working in Pro Tools, and I'll just kind of go through a little bit of kind of my session setup. And I've done this before many times on the channel, but I will go through kind of the template I'm using here, which is, you know, I built this template over and over and over, and I keep building it and improving it and changing it. And it depends on the genre as well. So this is like a hip hop, got a trap beat and everything, kind of a slower trap beat. I'll play the reference track and, you know, don't laugh, but it's just not very good. So we're going to beat the hell out of it. And I'm going to show you kind of some things that I'm going to be fixing and some ways to fix things that are recorded bad. Okay. So you guys are going to get a lot out of this live. I really believe that. And especially if you're just getting started, or if you're an engineer or producer that has to kind of work on stuff that's not so great recorded, you're going to get so much out of this. A lot of gain staging and theory, but also practical things that I'm going to show you throughout this live, okay? So if you do dig it, please just share the show, drop a comment, show some thumbs up, you know, show some love. It really goes a long way. And, you know, I'm not asking you guys to send me any money or anything, but if you do want to support the channel even further, you can drop a super chat right here in the chat, okay? What's up? How's it going? Rox Leon Kuza, what's up? You're always in the house. Love it. All right. So some people just come through. They always want to just dig and learn, and I love that. That's what this channel's about if you haven't already subscribed. So let's check out the reference track, the reference bounce that I have from Icy Reese. Now I have this set up where my reference can always go out monitor left, right, goes directly to the speakers. And then everything else goes through the master augs, which will be this input here through a bus. And so I have all my, you know, anything I'm mixing in the session is going to have to go through the master augs. And that's a separate output, basically where I can, you know, add mastering stuff. So I got the variable mu, the BX digital, the Oxford inflator, the Gullfoss. This is a pretty typical mastering chain for me. Sooth 2, the oven, which is something I've been messing around with trap and rock and anything that needs like a little extra harmonic love. And then the God Particle, which they just updated. So that's super dope. I'm excited about that. So we're on version 1.2.20. Cradle Audio, tapping with them. You're going to find a lot of cool content on my page about Cradle and all their plugins because they only have 3 and they're all badass. So I support that company heavy. All right, so here's the reference. Let's check it out and see if we can get anything out of this reference. You know, just pay attention and try to get what you can out of it, I guess.
Going out, in that rolling out, flying close to the sun. I guess I'm in my golden.
Okay, we got a sample rate issue, obviously. That sounds crazy as fuck. So let's just switch back and forth for the audio cards. Sometimes Pro Tools or Logic will do that when you switch to like a different audio card, meaning you're going from like Universal Audio's Apollo card to the Ecamm audio driver. You just have like some like, you know, weirdness that happens there. So we have to switch back and forth before you can hear it. But if you guys have any mixed questions or anything, any comments, definitely drop them in the comments. Here to help you guys. That's all this stream is about. It's about helping you guys out. Even the artists I work with, the artists that I'm working on their records, this is for them, right? Because they get a little promo on their song. Especially when people are into mixing, they're going to hear the song over and over again. They're like, yo, I kind of like that song. When's it coming out, right? Yo, what's up, man? Reggae Bible in the house. I'm just going to let this kind of load again. Yeah, it's already 7:10 over here, man. All right. I feel like I've been slacking today. All right, cool. All right, so let's see if you guys probably won't hear this. So let me just double check something here. Just troubleshooting this. Yeah, all right. So I'm going to relaunch Pro Tools here. Save that. It's like clocking at a different sample rate. So it's like, it's the chopped and screwed version, you dig? So I'm just gonna kind of relaunch this in the background. So what's up, everyone? Okay, so he's got stock plugins, please. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. And Logic, no, we're working in Pro Tools today. But you're gonna get a lot out of this, no matter what. A lot of concepts that you got to learn when you mix. So, you know, if you're like, yeah, I don't care, I only care about Logic and stock plugins, then, you know, fine. But you can get a lot out of anything that I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you, you know, gain staging, compression, EQ, building a mic, a wrap chain, all that stuff. So let's relaunch Pro Tools and see if we can get this clocking right. Oh, some weird stuff going on. I have to open up Pro Tools using Rosetta still because a lot of plugins don't support the M1, M2, M3, you know, chipsets, which is crazy to me. Like that shit came out years ago and still plugin vendors aren't on it. So that's what we're doing. But I'm going to show you guys a really cool new plugin because it's going to work perfect for what I can hear in this mix. It's going to be crazy. Like you guys are going to be blown away at this plugin. I promise you. It's insane. I can't even explain it. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. All right, so let's open up the session. Golden hour. Man, I've been mixing like crazy too, guys. If you guys want a mix done, you better get in right away. It's June 4th. I'll probably be shipping probably a dozen mixes this month. Easy. And that's on top of like producing records, dropping my own records, mixing a bunch of shit, sync licensing records, doing commercial work, TV shows, you know. So you guys got to get on it. If you want to mix and a master and you want to get your shit ready and for a summer drop, you should be uploading right now if you want to drop in July. And if you want to drop in August, you should be uploading in July. So get that shit ready. A lot of people slack on that as artists. They like wait. And then they upload their song like a week before it drops. So dumb. Like you got to give Spotify time. You got to give DistroKid, CD Baby. You got to give these places time. There's a lot of songs that are being released, you know. If you want to compete, you got to give it like a good 3 to 4 weeks. You know, you upload your final master, your great piece of work 4 weeks in advance to when you want it to release. All right, let's check this out. I'm going to just check the playback engine real quick. Okay, that's going out Universal Audio. Let's go out the Ecamm software. Oops. Is that right? I think so. Yeah. Ecamm Live. Sorry, guys. This is kind of part of doing the stream. I have to like switch the cards and everything. I don't blame you if you leave. You guys have any questions at all before I like get this thing even rolling? What are you guys working on? Who's dropping this summer? Who's drinking huge things of water every day? Like I drink 2 of these in a day. Like I just love it. Staying hydrated. That's how you keep your ears good, man. Your ears got to be good. You stay hydrated. You drink a lot of water. I like drink water, and then I drink this what is this? Like electrolytes. Like I'm a fucking fiend, man. Trying to stay so healthy. All right, here we go. Reference. Let's see if you guys can hear this. Should be good.
Golden hour. Golden hour. In that golden hour, flying close to the sun. I guess I'm in my golden hour.
All right, something weird with the reference mix. It's like all blah, 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 blah. I don't know. Let's delete it. Let's bring in a new reference here. So I always get the reference mix from the client. That's really, really important. So if you're going to mix anything, you need to get the reference from them. Reason being is you want to hear like what they have balanced. You also want to make sure you have all the stems that make up the full track. You know what I mean? So it's really, really important that you get that stuff from your client. For anybody out there that's looking to mix more and get more clients like that. So golden hour, I think this is, yeah, here we go. So this is his mix. This is his reference. I'm just going to pull it in again. I don't know what happened to the original. It got weird. It got stretched or something. It's like time stretched. All right, so let's hear the reference only. This is not my mix in any sense, all right?
Golden hour. In that golden hour, flying close to the sun. I guess I'm in my golden hour. Golden hour, in that golden hour. Got him pissed off. I don't even give a golden shower. Let him rinse off. I've been pushing P, I'm overpowered. Pushing P like a piano. I've been skipping baby showers. Golden hour, in that golden hour. Flying close to the sun. I guess I'm in that golden hour. Flying close to the sun. I guess I'm in my golden hour.
All right, so that's the reference mix. And like right away you can hear it's clipped out. The 808's way too crazy. The gain staging's all over the place. Vocals are really muddy, murky. They just kind of sound really sloppy as well. So what we're going to try and do, like, because it feels like kind of what he's doing is like a smooth R&B kind of rap thing. So what I have right now for the beat, just to take you through the beat, because I've already kind of mixed the beat a little bit. I'm going to take you through that first before I start adding in these vocals. So here's all the vocal layers. I just dropped these in. But I'm going to mute all these for now. And here's what I got now for the beat. All right, so right away, you'll notice like all A, B between the two. You'll notice like we're not all clipped out with the 808 and stuff. We're kind of controlling it. And I'll show you how I'm controlling it a little bit. So here's the reference again from the artist, the reference mix. I imagine he like brought in the beat into Pro Tools or Logic or whatever, and then just started rapping on top of it, right? So here's his reference, and then I'll A-B it to just the beat. So just listening to the beat and the gain staging right now.
Flying close to the sun, I guess I'm in my golden hour. Golden hour, in that golden hour. Got him pissed off, I don't even give a golden shower. Let him
Okay, so we're giving headroom. We got some nice headroom, which creates more dynamics, right? You're not getting this big fucking clipped out, which is what's happening in his reference. So how I did that so far is a little EQ and dynamic EQing on the bottom sub stuff. Taking out the top because this 808 was pretty distorted, and like a lot of this stuff above 4K. I want to save for the vocal top. And then some limiting. Like I limit it pretty hard with L1 limiter. Check this out. Right, and then the waves max bass to kind of give a little more harmonic structure to the punchy area. There's no kick drum in this track, which that's kind of modern for hip hop. I think, like, who needs a kick? I don't know why that's a new thing, but that'll probably go in waves. It'll probably die out soon here. But this is just like an 808. There's no kick in here. So if I wanted to make it even more punchy, I could turn on maybe like a transient designer, go like transient master, and then maybe give it a little more attack here, right? If you wanted it to do that. Doesn't necessarily need that, I don't think, but the 808 right now is kind of acting as the sub 808, which is like the sub and the bass, but it's also acting as the kick, right? So if you want to punch it up a little bit, you can give it a little attack on the transient master. That might help. You could also use compression and attack at a certain ratio and release, all that good stuff. But let's try this. Give it a little more attack. Right? So pretty simple beat, right? You got an 808, which is acting as your 808 sub, bass, and kick. And then you got some hi-hats, you got a clap, snare, it's not much. And then it's all based around this loop, which this sample, what I did to it so far, because I want it to have its own space and its own vibe, I'll just kind of bypass all this stuff that I have here. NLS channel, Decapitator Pro 3, ARS chorus, R comp, and then it's going to a piano verb. I'll just bypass all that so you can hear the sample before and after what I've done so far. Okay, so it's like making it like this more spacious thing, and it kind of makes it feel to me like more like deep. So it has more three-dimensional kind of space going on where it's not just like a sample loop. I wanted it to feel like it's part of the track. Another thing, the NLS channel kind of adds a little bit of glue, harmonic saturation. Decapitator, same thing. We're doing like some distortion here. And then we have the Pro Q. So Pro Q3 here, that you can hear a lot of hissing. I'm gonna bring this in and out so you can hear what I'm doing to kind of tuck back all that bullshit that's really taking up a lot of space that the vocal really needs. So check it out. Okay, and something I probably want to do for the song to make it a little more dynamic might be really fun to kind of filter out everything on certain parts, right? Like where maybe it changes a part, like we go into the verse instead of the chorus. Maybe I filter this down so that the chorus has that like kind of, it has a different vibe. So that's kind of a production thing, but it's also a mix thing. And if the client loves it, then the client loves it, right? And if the client hates it, then you take it off. It's like very simple. Like as a mixing engineer, you have to be able to express yourself and your artistic views as well. So let's listen to the vocals. Let's start popping them into this mix, because all I've really done is put the drums 808, sample up, everything's up, right? And that stuff's like, okay, clap has a little compression, a little EQ on it, okay? Very, very simple stuff that I've done so far on this stuff. Little EQ on the rim because the rim was taking up so much space. Compression, EQ, putting a little more body in the snare and stuff, right? And then what else? Hi-hats. The hi-hats were a big problem, right? Like they're really, really chunky and they're just taking up so much space on the high mids. And then I kind of chorused them out just a little bit to give them a little more vibe and let them sit in the track a little bit more. So I'll bypass these in and out so you can really hear them. Okay, so really important. That's what I'm doing. All the drums are going through a drum mix bus that has the Jason Joshua mix bus with the NLS buses. A little Pro Q3 doing some cleanup, a little API mid-range kind of vibe there. Same thing, another 4 and then a little more cleanup, right? And this, I don't even know if I need this really. Like, I could probably take that off for now. And then that goes to drum master. Drum master bus is the R bass, giving you a little bit 80 hertz harmonics. Shadow Hills compressor, gate to gate out all the noise that all these plugins start to create. And then the black box, obviously, analog design, super dope, love it. Saturation, pentode, triode, little air up top. And then BX Digital just kind of taking care of some stuff. Looks like we dipped out 120, which I'm going to actually get rid of because I think we need that 120, just a little more punch. And then, yeah, this is shelving down a little bit. About, let's go half a dB or so at 25 hertz. You could probably bring that up even, go like 30. Let's listen though. Like, I don't like to adjust things without listening. Yeah, sounding dope. Love it. Still floppy, still got the harmonics in it, the 808, you know, but now it's a little more punchy. It's a little bit more, a little more modern feeling and mixed a little bit, right? Variable mu on the front, on the top, master bus, right? Everything's going here. This is going to be pushing a little bit more harmonics. You got to be very, very careful with your gain staging once you start hitting the master. So I just push that input a little bit for you guys to hear where things start to break up. It's very, very important that you understand where every processor starts to break up and where the sweet spot is, where it really sings and where it sounds great. These plugins, they're really like very, very close to the analog gear. I've used these pieces of analog gear. I can tell you from like personal experience doing this over 20 years, this sounds so close. You can push it the same way that you would an analog piece. When you push the Manley variable mu, the input, you're starting to distort. You're pushing into harmonics, into tubes. That's what a variable mu compressor is. It is a tube compressor, okay? So that's what we're doing here. We're giving it just a little bit more love, saturation, squeeze. I'm not barely tickling this. It's not even compressing, I don't think. I mean, it is kind of because you're pushing the input of the tube, which means the tube is kind of compressing it. It's going to distort the tube. It saturates the tube. But I'm not really like choking it down, meaning like I'm not reducing the gain, okay? So I'm just using this for color and a little bit of gain. The output gain is up, all right? And then we have the BX Digital. I got to be really careful, and I think this is a big thing you got to remember with trap records, especially beats like this. You kind of want that ghetto ass low end, you know? You kind of want it to clip out a little bit. You just don't want it to clip out so much that it sounds like shit on certain playback systems where people just aren't going to listen to it. And I feel like this track is more for like Spotify and streaming rather than like, you know, a street record. But, you know, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. But that's what I got hired for, is to make this shit more like a radio record. You know what I mean? So that's the idea. And then we got Limitless. This is always a great plugin. I love it. It's amazing. I won't get too much into it. Oxford Inflator. I'm going to take this down. The curve is really what makes things warmer and fatter. The effect is really like, it's like an exciter effect sort of thing, right? So it's going to give you a more bright, high mid sort of vibe. Golfos. Yeah, simple. Tame, recover, just kind of smoothing it out. Soothe, of course. Beautiful. And the Oven, adding some more kind of harmonics. The sizzle is really what this is doing. And then the God Particle, kind of my final limiter, and also more harmonics with this. And just a little bit of dip on the EQs, right? And some gain, right? So this is gain management and structure. Take it down 2 dB, try to hit right around there. I'm going to take this down actually a couple more, like tenths of dB down. Now start getting these vocals going, because I'm not trying to fuck around here. So this is the lead vocal, the lead rap vocal here. What I'm going to do here is I already have some chains built, and I'm just going to drag it to it because I've already spent some time on this. So I'm going to delete that. And now we have our lead rap vocal on the vocal chain, and I'll show you what that is right now.
Flying close to the sun, I guess I'm in my golden hour. My golden hour, got him pissed off. I don't even give a golden shower. Let him rinse off. I've been pushing P, I'm overpowered. Pushing P like a piano. I've been skipping baby showers. Golden hour, in that golden hour. Flying close to the sun, I guess I'm in that golden hour. Flying close to the sun, I guess I'm in my golden hour.
Okay, so there's a lot wrong with this recording. As you can see, I'm doing a lot of work here. This is damage control. Okay, let's bypass just the EQ in and out, just so you can really hear it.
Flying close to the sun, I guess I'm in my golden hour. In my golden hour, got him pissed off. I don't even give a golden shower. Let him rinse off. I've been pushing P, I'm overpowered. Pushing P like a piano. I've been skipping baby showers.
Okay, there's also like a reverb on here, which I don't have any reverb on. So that means that it's either in a room, like a bad room. I mean, I could hear the room, right? So this is where I'm going to use a really, really cool plugin, a brand new plugin from Waves, which kind of blows my mind. I don't really buy into the hype all the time. You know what I mean? Like, cause there's a lot of people promoting shit that like they buy into hype. They're like, yeah, this is a game changer. You know, this new plugin, and most of the time those plugins are like, yeah, this kind of like, it helps, you know what I mean? But this one actually, I can say is a game changer. Like, I don't know how they did it. All right, check this out. I'm just going to show you what I'm talking about. I just don't understand how this works. I don't know how they can make this happen. So this is like the light version of this, right? The D reverb. They just dropped this like maybe a week ago or something. But if I have like, there's dialogue 1, 2, 3, there's singing, vocals 1 and 2 with noise reduction. So I'm going to go to dialogue 3 plus noise reduction. And then just check this out. Like, I'm just going to de-reverb this vocal into my chain now. And just like, I don't know, it's fucking stupid. Check it out.
Golden now, got him pissed off. I don't even give a golden shower. Let him rinse off. I've been pushing P, I'm overpowered. Pushing P like a piano. I've been skipping baby showers. Golden hour, in that golden hour. Flying close to the sun, I guess I'm in that golden hour. Flying close to the sun, I guess I'm in my golden hour. Valentino, Valentine, the casino gave me flowers. Niggas hating on my songs, cause they bitches give me power. She can be a Brenda song.
Like, what the fuck? Like, are you for real? So there's still a reverb on there, but I think that's actually from a plugin. Yeah, so that's from this guy. So I'm actually going to turn that off because I guess I could leave this on because it's adding after the D-reverb, but just so you can hear it, because it's like really impressive for me. Like, I can't believe this plugin. Like, if we had this plugin, man, like years ago when I was mixing so many poorly recorded rap vocals out of bedrooms with no tuning, like, this shit is ridiculous, you guys. It's stupid. All right, so now I turned off the plugin or the reverb. Now listen to this.
My golden now, got him pissed off. I don't even give a golden shower, let him rinse off. I've been pushing P, I'm overpowered. Pushing P like a piano, I've been skipping baby showers. Golden hour, in that golden hour. Flying close to the sun, I guess I'm in that golden hour. Flying close to the sun, I guess I'm in my golden hour. Valentino.
Like, shut the fuck up, you guys. What is that? Like, how is that? How that voodoo, man? That's that voodoo. That's that, like, I don't know. I don't really know what to think of that, but it's crazy. It's so good. All right, so now we got that on. I'm gonna leave that on, and you can actually, cool thing in Pro Tools, right click and say commit up to this insert, right? Bam. You can literally just like, okay, cool, let's go, bam. And that's going to commit just through the clarity D reverb. Like, good God, amazing. Like, for real, the technology is getting so good. All right, so now, like, this is gonna bounce it through just that plugin, and then I got my wrap reverb. I got everything else still here, right? So now this is the de-reverbed commitment.
I've been pushing P, I'm overpowered. Pushing P like a piano, I've been skipping baby showers. Golden hour, in that golden hour. Flying close to the sun, I guess I'm in that golden hour. Flying.
Like, come on, man. that sounds insane. Okay, so now we're gonna add a little sauce to it, right? So let's turn that plate back on, and let's just barely mix it in. That's 2% on the plate. Okay, let's check it out.
I've been pushing P, I'm overpowered. Pushing P like a piano, I've been skipping baby showers. Golden hour, in that golden hour. Flying close to the sun, I guess I'm in that golden hour. Flying close to the sun, I guess I'm in my golden hour. Valentino, Valentine, the casino gave me flowers. Niggas hating on my songs, cause they bitches give me power. She can be.
All right, so it just gives it like a little space around it. I'm not trying to hear the reverb. I just want to have a little space around it. So let's get into this SSL plugin here, okay? So right now we've done a little bit of cleanup, a lot of cleanup, let's be real. And I actually even think like this could be more of like a shelve out. There's just a lot of problems with this recording, which we won't get into, but I do want to boost up maybe the body here, but I'm going to get rid of all this stuff. And that's, dude, that's a 5 dB cut. Let's really listen to this and let's try to get this toned in.
I've been pushing P, I'm overpowered. Pushing P like a piano, I've been skipping baby showers. Golden hour, in that golden hour. Flying close to the sun. I'm in my golden hour. Valentino, Valentine, the casino gave me flowers. Niggas hating on my songs, cause they bitches give me power. She can be a Brenda song, she was eating up my chop. I was cooking for an hour. Like linguine, she was creaming on me in that golden hour. Like linguine, she was creaming on me in that golden hour. I woke up, I thought I'm dreaming.
Okay, so now we got the vocals sounding pretty darn good. Like it's not great. We got the distressor. We're probably gonna hit this like maybe 5 dB or so. Just find that sweet spot in the plugin typically.
I've been pushing P, I'm overpowered. Pushing P like a piano, I've been skipping baby showers. Golden hour, in that golden hour. Flying close to the sun, I guess I'm in that golden hour. Flying close to the sun, I guess I'm in my golden hour. Valentino, Valentine, the casino gave me flowers. Niggas hating on my songs, cause they bitches give me power. She can be a Brenda song, she was eating up my chop.
Okay, sounding better. Now let's make sure we go to our vocal mix bus where this is headed and make sure this isn't fucking with anything, right? Because that could be something. So yeah, let's look at that. I think this is all kind of unnecessary right now for this, okay? So let's kind of do a factory default on this. Let's scoop this for sure, like maybe bring this up. We got a compressor, we got a Soothe 2, which I don't know why that's there. It's probably just part of my template. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bypass that for now. Got an EQ P1A. This is gonna be a problem for this vocal specifically. Not for a well-recorded vocal, but for this vocal, why would we be doing this boost attenuate at 30 Hertz, right? So let's kind of take that down and maybe more attenuate. So this, I won't get into like exactly what I'm doing here, but you'll hear it. And then I'm gonna boost a little bit more of that top. And we're going to find if 12K or 16K is better. And then we have a Neve 1073, which, let's see, we're boosting 3.2. That's probably a good spot for this vocal. And then we're shelving out. We don't need to be shelving any low end. Obviously, we already swept that out. So let's reset that. And then it's got a little top boost to it. So let's dial these things in on the mix bus.
I've been pushing P, I'm overpowered. Pushing P like a piano. I've been skipping baby showers. Golden hour, in that golden hour. Flying close to the sun, I guess I'm in that golden hour. Flying close to the sun, I guess I'm in my golden hour. Valentino, Valentine, the casino gave me flowers. Niggas hating on my songs, cause they bitches give me power. She can be a Brenda song, she was eating up my chop. Being I've been pushing P, I'm overpowered. Pushing P like a piano. I've been skipping baby showers. Golden hour, in that golden hour. Flying close to the sun, I guess I'm in that golden hour. Flying close to the sun, I guess I'm in my golden hour. Valentino, Valentine, the casino gave me flowers. Niggas hating on my songs, cause they bitches give me power. I've been pushing P, I'm overpowered. Pushing P like a piano. I've been skipping baby showers. Golden hour, in that golden hour. Flying close to the sun, I guess I'm in that golden hour. Flying close to the sun, I guess I'm in my golden hour. Valentino, Valentine, the casino gave me flowers. Niggas hating on my songs, cause they bitches give me power. She can
Okay, so that's a pretty good spot, I think, where everything's dialed in for now. That's not like, you know, final, but, you know, that's in a good spot. And, you know, obviously, like, the performance, there's problems, and, you know, the vocal recording and all that, great. But we can't really fix any of that, right? So now let's go back here. Let's hit the Spirit. The Spirit is doing just a little bit of riding. It's got a doubler on it, and it's got a little reverb plate. What I really want to dial in is the vocal riding and where the gain is. So let's do that.
in her bed, I was romantic. We was making love for hours. Making love for hours, love is high, steady flying. Cloud 9 in the package. Cloud 9 in the package, love is high. In her bed, I was romantic. We was making love for hours. She was creaming on me in that golden hour. Like linguine, she was creaming on me in that golden hour. I woke up, I thought I'm dreaming now. She was creaming on me in that golden hour. Like linguine, she was creaming on me in that golden hour. I woke up, I thought I'm dreaming now. She was creaming on me in that golden hour. Like linguine, she was creaming on me in that golden hour. I woke up, I thought I'm dreaming now. She was creaming on me in that golden hour. Like linguine, she was creaming on me in that golden hour. I woke up, I thought I'm dreaming now. She was creaming on me in that golden hour. Like linguine, she was creaming on me in that golden hour. I woke up, I thought I'm dreaming now. She was creaming on me in that golden hour. Like linguine, she was creaming on me in that golden hour. I woke up, I thought I'm dreaming now.
So that compressor is really giving an interesting tone. For the most part, it's like pushing those mids forward, and it's kind of giving it like that distorted kind of vibe, but it's too much. So instead of using that compression circuit, I'm going to use a distortion just to kind of mimic that idea, because I like that idea. And that's sometimes what you can do with these tools. Okay, so this needs to be brought back up. This is like the 2.5 area. Yeah, let me see what this is going to do.
She was creaming on me in that golden hour. Like linguine, she was creaming on me in that golden hour. I woke up, I thought I'm dreaming now. She was creaming.
Yeah, so it's kind of missing that, like that 2 to 3K area, which is going to give it more intelligibility. So I'm just going to kind of bring that up a dB. That's kind of what I'm getting from the Spirit. The Spirit was like pushing that mid-range area. So that's what I'm going to do with the SSL. And you can also drive it a little bit with the mic input. I'm not going to do that yet. But these are ideas, right? These are good ideas. Then we got some bottom here. I think we need to tuck that back down because this is getting a little boomy. This is getting a little boomy. So we don't want to get too boomy.
She was creaming on me in that golden hour. Like linguine, she was creaming on me in that golden hour. Now we're flying close to the sun, I guess I'm in that golden hour. Flying close to the sun, I guess I'm in my golden hour. Valentino, Valentine, the casino gave me flowers. Niggas hating on my songs, cause they bitches give me power. She can be a Brenda song, she was eating up my chop. Being the alarm, she was eating up my chop. Nigga.
Okay, cool. So that's like sounding great. I'm just doing a little de-essing. Last thing is this Pro Q3, which was set for something else. You know, this is from a template. So let's get rid of that. Let's bring a little bit more of that top back up. And I think these are good moves. This might actually be more down here. We'll listen.
hour, flying close to the sun. I guess I'm in my golden hour, flying close to the sun. I guess I'm in my golden hour. Valentino, Valentine, the casino gave me flowers. Niggas hating on my songs, cause they bitches give me power. She can be a Brenda song, she was eating up my chop. Being the alarm, she was eating up my chop. Nigga, this ain't ratatouille, I was cooking for an hour. Like linguine, she was creaming on me in that golden hour. Like
Okay, dope. So that's starting to sound way better than it was, right? Like, let's just so you guys can really understand what's going on here. Let's bypass, or even, I won't even take the time to bypass that. What I'll do is I'll do a new channel here, and let's just call this, this is the vocal, right? So let's just bring this vocal back down to unaffected, right? So here's the unaffected vocal.
Let them rinse off. I've been pushing P, I'm overpowered. Pushing P like a piano. I've been skipping baby showers. I don't even give a golden shower. Let them rinse off. I've been pushing P, I'm overpowered. Pushing P like a piano. I've been skipping baby showers.
So damn, right? Like, we really improved it. We do want to be careful. We don't want it to sound like super over processed. So that's going to be a hard thing with a poorly recorded vocal, right? Because a poorly recorded vocal is going to be like just finesse, 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 finesse. And then once you've finessed enough to make it sound like a good vocal, it sounds over processed. And that's why it's super important to record good shit to start with. Who's in the house? You guys got any questions? Yo, what's up? What's up? All right. Final Gain tuned in. What's up? What's up? Julian. All right, we got Rox Leon. I was just about to ask how you were going to control that hiss type thing going on. Yeah, we're controlling it. We got it. Let me see what else we got. What are the gain on the final beat? That's a cool plugin. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. I might be late to the party on that one. All right, so this fattening. Let's talk about the fattening, right? Because this is what we're going to do next. Everything that I have as an effect in the session, I color with this like turquoise, right? So it's easy for me to find it. This is the fattening. And this will be R-Comp, Doubler, Q4, S1 Imager. All right, so we're just going to fatten this out. And this is going to the all Vox, not the Vox mix. So I'm just going to send a little bit of that, and I'll show you what that does to the vocal. The idea would be to make the vocal wider in the center, okay? Fatten it out. That's why it's called vocal fattening. Hence the title.
I don't even give a golden shower. Let them rinse off. I've been pushing P, I'm overpowered. Pushing P like a piano. I've been skipping baby showers. Golden hour, in that golden hour. Flying close to the sun, I guess I'm in that golden hour. Flying close to the sun, I guess I'm in my golden hour. Valentino, Valentine, the casino gave me flowers. Niggas hating on my songs, cause they bitches give me power. She can be a Brenda song, she was eating up my chop. Being the alarm, she was eating up my chop. Nigga, this ain't ratatouille, I was cooking for an hour. Like linguine, she was creaming on me. She was creaming on me in that golden hour. I woke up, I thought I'm dreaming.
All right, so that's pretty good. Now let's throw it through a little bit more. There's like this slap thing that I have. So slap it up is what I call it. Let's see. So slap it up is here, and we have a Pro Q3 doing like some mid-range tuckage. R-Comp CLA vocals. This is the CLA vocal slap and a little stereo, and then Pro Q3 kind of boosting the top, which I think I'm going to take that down a little bit. Okay, this is just like a slap, like a room slap. I just love the CLA vocal slap. Like, this is just gives the vocal more space and more, like, you know, dimension and its own kind of area. Okay, it just kind of takes up more.
I don't even give a golden shower. Let them rinse off. I've been pushing P, I'm overpowered. Pushing P like a piano. I've been skipping baby showers. Golden hour, in that golden hour. Flying close to the sun, I guess I'm in that golden hour. Flying close to the sun, I guess I'm in my golden hour. Valentino, Valentine, the casino gave me flowers. Niggas hating on my songs, cause they bitches give me power. She can be a Brenda song, she was eating up my chop. Being the alarm, she was eating up my chop. Nigga, this ain't ratatouille, I was cooking for an hour. Like linguine, she was creaming on me in that golden hour. Like linguine, she was creaming on me in that golden hour. I woke up, I thought I'm dreaming.
Okay, so you can kind of hear what it's doing, right? Like it's like making the vocal bigger. It's just pre-delay. That's all it is. It's like a short delay, right? All right. Oh yeah, that cool plugin. Yeah, dude, that plugin is worth its weight in gold. I mean, just to fix problems. You know what I mean? Just so good. Yeah, y'all should pick that up. That's worth it. All right, give me 1 second, fam. Give me a second here. I gotta grab something. All right, you guys still there? Who's still in the house? That's what we need to know. All right. So you guys have any questions so far? That all makes sense. Like everything's like, yeah, it's obvious, bro. So I also have a vocal P comp, which is the vocal parallel compression, which is an API 2500 followed by Pro Q3. Okay. So we can actually bring that up a little bit and maybe bring that down. And I don't think there's a reason to tuck that. Okay, so I kind of adjust these things in my template and my effects chains and effects like parallels and all that stuff depending on the song. Okay, so the last song that I mixed with this template has these settings, so I'm just kind of finagling them back to make sense for this song. So for this song, I would not want to bring back with parallel compression back the stuff I try to get rid of, right? Which would be all this stuff, like his really nasally stuff. So I'm going to tuck that back on the parallel compression as well. And we're going to blend this back in so you can kind of hear what that vocal parallel compression is doing, okay?
I don't even give a golden shower, let them rinse off. I've been pushing P, I'm overpowered, pushing P like a piano. I've been skipping baby showers. Golden hour, in that golden hour, flying close to the sun. I guess I'm in that golden hour, flying close to the sun. I guess I'm in my golden hour. Valentino, Valentine, the casino gave me flowers. Niggas hating on my songs, cause they bitches give me power. She can be a Brenda song, she was eating up my chop. Being the alarm, she was eating at my chop. Nigga, this ain't ratatouille, I was cooking for an hour. Like linguine, she was creaming on me in that golden hour. Like linguine, she was creaming on me.
Okay, so the parallel compression is really like fattening up that vocal, but it's pushing it forward a little bit more as well. So this kind of vibe, like I like the vocal a little bit on top, right? But it still needs to be smooth. Unfortunately, the way he's like really getting on it and he's like breathing a lot, it's not so smooth, right? It's just like you're not going to be able to get rid of that idea that the performance wasn't super smooth. So you may not be able to like lock in on that. Yo, what's up, Eric? Good to see you, bro. Always good seeing the fam. Yeah, okay, so no other questions. You guys are cool. You know all this stuff. You've been here, done that, huh? I mean, this is really like, this mix is more about like fixing problems than like really just mixing, okay? So I hope you guys understand that. Like I get all sorts of recordings from all sorts of different artists, from like beginning to like high pro major label artists. It always is different, okay? So your task is always going to be different. So let's turn on the rap verb and let's check that out. The rap verb is this vintage Valhalla. Everybody uses this. I don't know who doesn't use this plugin. It's just like a good plugin. It sounds like modern trap music. Sounds like modern pop music. Let's be real. All right, so let's start blending a little bit of that in.
I don't even give a golden shower, let them rinse off. I've been pushing P, I'm overpowered. Pushing P like a piano, I've been skipping baby showers. Golden hour, in that golden hour. Flying close to the sun, I guess I'm in that golden hour. Flying close to the sun, I guess I'm in my golden hour. Valentino, Valentine, the casino. I was cooking for an hour, like linguine, she was creaming on me in that golden hour. Like linguine, she was creaming on me in that golden hour. I woke up, I thought I'm dreaming. I don't even give a golden shower, let them rinse off. I've been pushing P, I'm overpowered. Pushing P like a piano, I've been skipping baby showers. Golden hour, in that golden hour. Flying close to the sun, I guess I'm in that golden hour. Flying close to the sun, I guess I'm in my golden hour. Valentino, Valentine.
Okay, just playing a little bit more de-essing on there. I just kind of like, you know, take chunks as you go. So this is a pretty good starting point for this this vocal chain, right? So now, just to give you before and after, really quick. Again, I'm gonna drop it down to completely unprocessed. What we had for the this is also not de-reverbed. Or this is de-reverbed, sorry. So I've already kind of cleaned this up a little bit, but this is unprocessed completely. And I'll A-B it. I'll do unprocessed, then I'm gonna move it up to the chain that we built.
Now, got him pissed off, I don't even give a golden shower, let him rinse off. I've been pushing P, I'm overpowered. Pushing P like a piano, I've been skipping baby showers. Now, got him pissed off, I don't even give a golden shower, let him rinse off. I've been pushing P, I'm overpowered. Pushing P like a piano, I've been skipping baby showers. In that golden hour, flying close to the sun, I guess I'm in that golden hour. Flying close to the sun, in my golden hour. Valentino, Valentine, the casino gave me fire.
Right, so much sharper, much more mid-range focused, but you're not losing any words. He sounds a little bit more cutty, all that good stuff. So it's a little overdone. I agree. Like it's like kind of a little too much, but that's all in, you know, just adjusting things. Like maybe we take the parallel compression down. Maybe there's things like the EQ on the mid-range we could pop down a little bit or just get rid of. We don't need it. We can bring the body back in a little bit. You know, you just want to finagle stuff just a little bit, right? Like it doesn't mean that it's all fucked up. It just means it's just a little off. So distressor might not even be the right vibe for this. This might be too colorful of a compressor. We might want something a little bit more smooth. You know what I mean? So if I was gonna go like change out the compressor so that I don't have as much of that mid-range stuff, I'll go with like maybe 1176 or an R comp even, or R Vox. You know, so let's try an R Vox. Like let's go here, and if you hit tab in Pro Tools, you can search, and we'll go R Vox. Pop that on, right? And then we're gonna bypass the distressor, and we're gonna try the R Vox instead, and just see if we can get a little bit smoother of a sound. Not as much mid-range punch, like it's not punch, it's like distortion in the mid-range from the distressor. It has that very like 1 to 5K push forward, right? So we're gonna try and get that more smooth and round.
Now, got him pissed off, I don't even give a golden shower, let him rinse off. I've been pushing P, I'm overpowered. Pushing P like a piano, I've been skipping baby showers. Golden hour, in that golden hour. Flying close to the sun, I guess I'm in that golden hour. Flying close to the sun, I guess I'm in my golden hour. Valentino, Valentine, the casino gave me flowers.
All right, you see what I'm saying? Like it's a different vibe of a compressor. It's a little bit warmer and fatter, but not like super cutty. Okay, so let's switch. I'll A/B it between the distressor and the R Vox.
Now, got him pissed off, I don't even give a golden shower, let him rinse off. I've been pushing P, I'm overpowered. Pushing golden out, got them pissed off. I don't even give a golden shower, let them rinse off. I've been pushing P, I'm overpowered, pushing P like a piano. I've been golden out, got them pissed off. I don't even give a golden shower, let them rinse off. I've been pushing P, I'm overpowered, pushing.
Right? They actually have like a little bit of a different EQ curve to them. And dude, like I might want to adjust this because there are problems in the vocal, right? Like it's not that I'm adding or taking away too much. Sometimes it's just like the recording's that bad, you know what I mean? Where the top is really hard to get right. So we're just going to kind of back off this stuff and back off the mid-range here and just make sure what you're feeding the RVox is a little bit better, right? I would even take out the top of this because it's not serving it.
Now, got them pissed off. I don't even give a golden shower, let them rinse off. I've been pushing P, I'm overpowered, pushing P like a piano. I've been skipping baby showers. Golden hour, in that golden hour, flying close to the sun. I guess I'm in that golden hour. Flying close to the sun, I guess I'm in my golden hour. Valentino, Valentine, the casino gave me flowers. Niggas hating on my songs cause they bitches give me power. She can
Right, that's a little bit smoother, a little bit more like mid-range focused, okay? So, and not so high-mid focused, etc. All right, what do we got here? Mike Benz. That's hiss is in the beat. That hiss is in the beat. Probably the sample used for the melodic elements. Low pass filter, high pass. EQ, if you got ISO, we'll fix or reduce it. Yeah, Mike, you might be a little late to the party, my friend. So what he's talking about is the hiss from this sample, right? And I'll show you what I've done to it so far. So I want some of that hiss, right? Like that hiss is actually a vibe, and it's makes it sound like it's like a vinyl record sample. Like that's the idea, right? Like you don't want to take all that hiss away. So I'm just cutting down like to 8K, and this part was really annoying to me. It was the 4500. So I kind of took a little bit of that down, and also this 2200. Like, come on, you don't really need a whole lot of 2K in anything. Let's be real. That shit's annoying. That's like where a baby cries. So yeah, that's what we're doing with that. I was commenting on how well he dealt with it. Oh yeah, well, I appreciate that, bro. So yeah, like we've de-reverbed, which was incredible, right? So let's do that to the other vocals as well, because you could tell he's kind of punched in and out with these vocal layers. That's why it kind of sounds like it's not working yet. So what we're gonna do now that we built a chain that sounds pretty good, it's gonna need some finessing for sure, but it sounds pretty good. Let's duplicate it, right? So let's duplicate that chain, and let's say we don't want the active or the alternative playlists. And we'll say okay, and then we're just going to get our channel, right? Now, to redo this part of it, because I thought that was super like crazy how good this shit was. Let's listen to this guy without any processing, and we'll pop it in. This is like a layer of the vocals. I'll mute the lead vocal, and I think this is kind of like a lead like bouncing off of it, okay? So check it out.
Golden hour, in that golden hour, flying close to the sun. I guess I'm in my golden hour. Golden hour, got him pissed off. I don't even give a golden shower, let him rinse off. I've been pushing.
Okay, now everybody, like really pay attention here. Like I want you guys to get this. When you hear this vocal, you hear it being recorded in a bad room. You hear the splash off of the walls. Like that's what I hear. It's like, sounds like he's in like a bathroom, like with a blanket or something up. I don't know. I don't know exactly what's going on, but that reverb is going to kill. It's going to be so hard to mix with that reverb because you're already adding EQ to everything that's making everything murky and weird, right? So let's do this again. Like this waves, what is it? Clarity. Yeah, this shit's stupid. All right, so this is the D reverb. This is the like $20, $30 plugin, you know what I mean? Like the super cheapo. Let's do dialogue 3 with noise reduction, and we're going to de-reverb this bitch. Like, this plugin is stupid insane.
Golden hour, got him pissed off. I don't even give a golden shower, let him rinse off. I've been pushing PM overpowered.
Like, shut up, dude. That's so stupid. That is something that, like, would take me so long to do in the past. Like, that right there. Like, I'm going to bypass it in and out. Really listen.
Golden hour, got him pissed off. I don't even give a golden shower, let him. Golden hour, got him pissed off. I don't even give a golden shower, let him rinse off. I've been pushing PM overpowered.
Like, I'm sorry, y'all. Like, this is why I fuck with Waves. This is why I work with Waves. This is why, like, I'll make content for them. I'll test their plugins. Like, I'll do whatever they want me to do because they keep making dope shit. And, like, people hate on Waves. Like, I get it. They tried to take away the ownership of plugins for a lot of people. That was a dumb move. But, you know, they backed out of that and they were like, yeah, that was wrong. Sorry. We didn't read the room very well. But, like, this is why Waves is so good. This is why people mess with Waves. This is why, like, people that have been mixing for 30 years, you know, they mess with Waves. This is why people just getting into mixing mess with Waves. Because who's doing this? Who's making a de-reverb plugin that actually works and costs 20, 30 bucks? I'll wait. And it actually sounds good. Like, it actually does exactly what it's supposed to do. You know what I mean? Like, and then they even have, like, dude, this isn't even like the pro version of this plugin. And it sounds stupid good. Like, it does exactly what I want it to do, so I'm not even gonna mess with the other one. But yeah, Clarity Reverb Pro. Like, you can get into, like, EQ notching and shit. Like, because for me, like, this reverb, what it's doing, like, let's just bypass it in and out and, like, really listen to what it's doing.
Golden hour, got him pissed off. I don't even give a golden shower, let him rinse off. I've been pushing PM overpowered.
Okay, so for my ear, what I'm hearing is the splash of the room is, like, in, like, that like 500 hertz to, like, 1.5k or so, right? So what you can do with the pro version is you could get really specific with what that splash is doing, right? Like, you could go in here and you could say, okay, it's like in this area, like this 900 whatever, right? And then you can really just, like, bypass just that area, which is really stupid. Like, I'll show you.
Golden hour, got him pissed off. I don't even give a golden shower, let him rinse off. I've been pushing PM overpowered. Golden hour, got him pissed off. I don't even give a golden shower, let him rinse off. I've been pushing PM overpowered.
Right, and then you can tell it, like, which percentage you want of which frequency band. Like, it's crazy. So, like, this, you can, like, really push this up, and you could take this down. Like, hey, I don't want you to touch the low mids or whatever. I don't want you to touch the highs, you know, stuff like that. Because that reverb and the reflection is not up here, right? So just, like, you could take that down, say, nah, don't touch that as much.
Golden hour, got him pissed off. I don't even give a golden shower, let him rinse off. I've been pushing PM overpowered.
Like, that's insane. And then there's, like, tail smoothing. There's, like, all this stuff. I have no idea what it does, and I'd have to research on it. And then presence, like, this says restores vocal presence. Let's check this out. I'm sorry, this is, like, my first time even, like, checking this plugin out.
Golden hour, got him pissed off. I don't even give a golden shower, let him rinse off. I've been pushing PM overpowered. Golden hour, got him pissed off. I don't even give a golden shower, let him rinse off. I've been pushing PM overpowered. Golden hour, got him pissed off. I don't even give a golden shower, let him rinse off. I've been pushing PM overpowered. Golden hour, got him pissed off. I don't even give a golden shower, let him rinse off. I've been pushing PM overpowered. Golden hour, got him pissed off. I don't even give a golden shower, let him rinse off. I've been pushing PM overpowered. Golden hour, got him pissed off. I don't even give a golden shower, let him rinse off. I've been pushing PM overpowered. Golden hour, got him pissed off. I don't even give a golden shower, let him rinse off. I've been pushing PM overpowered. Golden hour, got him pissed off. I don't even give a golden shower, let him rinse off. I've been pushing PM overpowered.
Like, see, that just takes it down a little bit. Like, you're like, oh, you just turn the reverb down. Like, just turn the room down just a touch. That's stupid. Like, that's, I don't know. Like, I'm still just kind of blown away by this. So let's turn this one on. Let's see. This one is the basic one, right?
Golden hour got him pissed off. I don't even give a golden shower. Let him rinse off. I've been pushing PM overpowered. Golden hour got him pissed off. I don't even give a golden shower. Let him rinse.
Right? Like, the pro version is like giving me a little less, right? Like, so it's like taking the reverb down, that room down, but it's also like I don't feel like I'm losing anything in the vocal. Like, I still have the presence, I still have the body, I still have the mid-range of the vocal. Like, it's pretty impressive. So yeah, one of those like wow plugins for me. All right, and let's just commit this. Let's go commit up to this insert. We're just gonna do this real quick. Print this motherfucker. Get rid of that room. Get rid of that shit that's like clogging up and congesting it. Yeah, I like the Pro too. The Pro's like, it's like you can really finesse it, man. Like, yeah, I just want to take that room reflection and just like turn it down. I'm sorry, that's crazy to me. That shit's so wild. Oh my God. Love it. I love it. I love it. All right, so let's put this up in the lead vocal here. And now we got these two together. Let's try to blend these because I think he's got, I don't really know what he was doing with this layer, but we're gonna try and figure it out. All right, let's delete these guys. All right, here it is. Now let's check it out on the chain.
Golden hour, in that golden hour, flying close to the sun. I guess I'm in my golden hour. In that golden hour, got him pissed off. I don't even give a golden shower. Let him rinse off. I've been pushing PM overpowered. Pushing P like a piano. I've been skipping baby showers. Golden hour, in that golden hour, flying close to the sun. I guess I'm in that golden hour. Flying close to the sun. I guess I'm in my golden hour. Valentino, Valentine. The casino gave me flowers. Niggas hating on my songs cause they bitches give me power. She can be a Brenda song. She was eating up my chop. In the alarm, she was eating up my chowder. Nigga, this ain't ratatouille, I was cooking for an hour. Like linguine, she was creaming on me in that golden hour. Like linguine, she was creaming on me in that golden hour. I woke up, I thought I'm dreaming. At my house, she took a shower.
Okay, so it sounds like I have my work cut out for me, right? Like, I need to go in and I need to comp things and make sure things like pop in and out, and kind of build a lead vocal and then like a double, because I don't think he was really keeping things in mind when it came to vocal production or writing. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff I'm gonna have to like chick, you know. Yeah, I got my work cut out for me for sure. Yeah. You guys got any questions at all so far? Yeah, shit's crazy. Shit's insane. What do we got here? Do you feel D-reverb makes waves clarity redundant, or do they work differently? Yeah, they work differently. So D-reverb is like, it's like D-reverb, right? Like, you're getting rid of splashy rooms and reverbs. Like, if you have a big room or like a vocal that was like done in a big live room or something that's really live, the D-reverb will take that room out. So clarity is like when you have some like noise or rumble, or you got like that like 60 hertz buzz, that you know, 60 cycles and stuff. So they do different things, and they're made like that. They both use AI and machine learning, so they're like really like learning the pattern of the noise, and then it's like filtering it. And you know, it's, you can get really precise with the pro versions, or you can just use like the, you know, the bigger version or the basic version to just kind of like clean some stuff up and then have to maybe bring in EQ again or whatever. So yeah, they're definitely different plugins. They do different things. Yeah, the noise reduction stuff on the D-reverb is a lot like noise reduction stuff was on like older gear. So it just kind of reduces noise. I don't think it's made for like, you know, like intense noise reduction, if that makes sense. Because either way, if you use D-reverb plus noise reduction, you're also getting rid of the room and the reverb. So I would only use that plugin really on something that has a room or a reverb you want to get rid of. That's kind of how I would use it. Waves squeeze their customers with expensive updates is basically buying your plugins every year. Yeah, I agree and disagree with that comment. I don't think that any plugin vendor can really like keep up to date with everything, like how fast technology is moving, without charging something to update their stuff, you know? A company like Waves, they have like, let's remember, thousands of plugins, and they offer a lot of different tools for a lot of different industries. So you're talking about like it's not just you that likes to record vocals or make beats or, you know, or rap or sing or whatever. It's also the live space. It's also live sound community. Like they're on like all these live desks. They're doing a lot of support, you know what I mean? And they have to keep everything up to date. They're making new plugins all the time. And they have to have a team on deck, like probably a lot of people in the tech space, just constantly updating for M1, M2, M3, Apple, you know, new OS, iOS, all this stuff that just gets updated all the time. And I understand a lot of people want to own plugins, you know, but like, why do people want to own plugins but they don't want to own their cell phone? Like, I don't understand. There's got to be a point where, like, for me, I like subscriptions and I also like to own some stuff. Like some plugins, I'm like, yo, I want to own that one, but I don't want to own all of these. I'd rather subscribe to these and just like pick which ones I use a lot. And then after I've used it for like 3-6 months of subscription, then I can just like buy the ones that I use a lot, right? And then the Waves update plan is what a lot of people don't like. They're like, yo, why do we have to update and pay for updates, right? But if you think about it, every plugin vendor does that. Like if they do a major release or major update, they're like, yeah, here's version whatever of this new thing. You know, you got to pay for the update. Like it might be 2 years down the line instead of 1 year, but either way, it's like your shit's gonna get outdated. Like believe me, I've been mixing, producing, like using Pro Tools, Logic, FL Studio, Ableton, all these different DAWs, a lot of different third-party plugins for over 2 decades, right? Like I've had to pay to upgrade plugins that I own. Like, so you may own something and you're like, you feel like, yeah, I really own this plugin and I wish every, you know, plugin vendor would allow me to buy this plugin for $200. But at the end of the day, like, why would you want to own something that doesn't go up in value? It's more of like a commodity now, you know? Like, I need this stuff to do my job. These are just tools, right? So yeah, I want you to update it, and I'm fine with paying $30, $100, whatever you need every year to update all my shit and keep them fresh and like keep my stuff moving and working right away, you know? So yeah, Waves plugins aren't for everybody. If you're like more of a hobbyist, you're not really making a living in music or mixing or producing for clients and like really doing well with it, then yeah, fuck, there's plenty of free plugins, you know? Like, go get those. And hope, like pray that they'll keep updating them, or that company will even be around in a year. You know, like a lot of those companies just go out. They stop like even updating any of the plugins or supporting any of the plugins. So it's just, yeah, it's just part of business, I think. Let me see. Like the Pro, does Logic have that feature to commit to a plane? Logic has something, they have like offline bounce, you know, bounce in place. So if you right click, the problem is it doesn't do the commit up to the insert. So in Logic, you'd like right click this and you would say commit, you know, like you'd say bounce in place, and then that would bounce through the plugins. So yeah, Logic's different for sure. It's not as good with audio, I don't think. Personally, I like Pro Tools for audio stuff. Yeah, totally, Mike. There's going to be a lot of chopping and getting stuff to work. Yo, what's up, Blake? Good to see you. Digitally. From a text about you. That's awesome, man. Yeah, 7, man. That's a good time to be in music production and learning this stuff. I wish I started at 7. That'd be amazing. I don't know if I'd be any better by now, but like, geez, if I started at 7 years old and I was starting in 2023, bro, he's got a big up right there. Big leg up. Anyway, I'm going to have to do a bunch of stuff with this, but hopefully you guys got a lot from this stream. It's really about like fixing stuff that's like not well recorded. And, you know, like, let's just like listen to, even if we wanted to just bring in, let's A/B the reference versus what I have right now. And you can kind of hear the difference from where we were and where we came from and where we're at now.
Golden hour, in that golden hour, flying close to the sun. I guess I'm in my golden hour. Golden hour, in that golden hour, got him pissed off. I don't even give a golden shower. Let him rinse off. I've been pushing PM over power, pushing. Golden hour, in that golden hour, flying close to the sun. I guess I'm in my golden hour. In that golden hour, got him pissed off. I don't even give a golden shower. Let him rinse off. I've been pushing PM over power, pushing P like a piano. I've been skipping baby showers. Golden hour, in that golden hour, flying close to the sun. I guess golden hour, flying close to the sun. I guess I'm in my golden hour. Valentino, Valentine, the casino gave me flowers. Niggas hating on my songs cause they bitches give me power. She can rent a song, she was eating up my child. She can be in the phone.
So yeah, so far we've come quite a ways, you know, like just paying attention to like what I listen for right here is like when you hear the reference, first of all, it's like clipped out. Like the bottom end is just all over the place. It's so crazy. Like it's all right. Vocals are like, they sound really demo-y, right? They don't sound clean. They don't sound like defined, if that makes sense. They sound just kind of like you don't even know what he's saying really. And then another thing like that I listen for is how the mix opens up, right? You have like this really mono kind of flat, big subby kind of thing happening. And then if you go back to the mix that I'm at right now, which isn't the final mix in any sense, but you hear it open up. It's very much more stereo. You know, the sample has its own floaty kind of vibe. Now we just really have to work on getting the vocals to fit into that floaty vibe world, right? So yeah, just one more time, bouncing from reference to the mix I have so far, just so you can really hear it.
Golden hour, in that golden hour, flying close to the sun. I guess I'm in my golden hour. Golden hour, in that golden hour, flying close to the sun. I guess I'm in my golden hour. In that golden hour, got him pissed off. I don't even give a golden shower. Let him rinse off. I've been pushing PM over power, pushing P like a piano. I've been skipping baby showers. Go P like a piano. I've been skipping baby showers. P like a piano. I've been skipping baby showers. Golden hour, in that golden hour, flying close to the sun. I guess I'm in P like a piano. I've been skipping baby showers. Golden hour, in that golden hour, flying close to the sun. I guess I'm in that golden hour, flying.
So yeah, there's just a lot of organizing to do with these vocals, and that's what I'm gonna get into next. I'll probably do some vocal lining, you know, but I really want to like figure out what the lead vocal is all the way through, and then what are the double parts that like he should be hitting on like the punctuated parts, and then everything else I get rid of. You know what I mean? Like I don't need him like rapping and singing like over themselves and then like letting go of something, you know? Like I feel like he just kind of threw a bunch of stems at me, which is a little haphazard, but you know, it's my job now to go in and do stuff like this. Like you could see this, for example, like this is the lead vocal, right? And then this is the double, but then over here, this is the lead vocal, and then this is the double. So it's just really messy, you know what I mean? So what I might do is just go, okay, let's duplicate this shit, right? Let's go bam, duplicate that, and let's call this one lead vocal, like lead comp, right? And then what I'll do, and I'm just giving you this last kind of, you know, piece of game before I get out of here, but what I'll do is I'll go, okay, so this is a lead vocal here, bam, all right. So I'll take this guy and I'll put him up here. All right, and then this is all lead vocal. There's nothing in between here. So this is lead vocal up to here, right? So maybe we go to our grid here and we'll make it 30-second notes, and we'll blade that. And then we'll take this guy and go X, right? B. And then when we get to here on this vocal, we kind of cut into a new vocal, right? So blade, and this is the lead now, right? All the way, all the way, all the same, cool, 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 bam, blade, bam. All right, see, now we're starting to make a comp. Now you can do like some level matching as well. Like you could take this guy, bring him down, bring him up a little bit, you know. This is why Pro Tools kicks ass, by the way. You know, you can do this kind of stuff where you're like, clip gain, easy, bam, 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 right? And I'm just doing it visually, but, you know, I'll go and finesse that. All right, so bam, 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 somewhere around there. Yeah. Okay, so now I got that. That's my whole comp for my lead. And then this looks like it's got a little trail in it. Like, what is this? I don't know what's going on there. Let's listen.
Golden hour. I woke up, I thought I'm dreaming. At my house, she took a shower.
Okay, so we want to take the dreaming. At my house, she took a shower, right? So let's comp that. So blade it, and then we'll take this guy, blade him or her, or they. All right, so let's go here. Bam, bam. Grab him. So I'm just kind of like building a lead vocal comp, right? Bring him down a little bit. All right, there you go. Then we'll just kind of like build out the lead vocal. And you can see there's other vocals here as well. So it's kind of my job, I guess, apparently as the mixing engineer, to go and like, you know, make sense of what he's got going on. So this happens in mixing, man. Like I'll do whatever I got to do for a client, you know, for it to sound good, because I want people to get good shit. Even if you're an independent artist and you don't really know what you're doing, it's fine. All right, so let's do that. Bam. And then in Pro Tools, you can always like slide this out, right? Like if you want that breath, I don't know, probably not, but you know, just listen to it. Blade that, mute it for now, see if that makes sense.
At my house, she took a shower. Like linguine, she was creaming on me in that golden hour. Like linguine, she was. At my house, she took a shower. Like linguine, she was creaming on me in that golden hour. Like linguine, she was creaming on me in that golden.
Okay, so you just gotta go through, you gotta comp it all, and then make sure, same thing, I'm gonna de-reverb it, de-noise it, you know, I might even de-S it, de-click it, whatever needs to be done, you know, like you gotta edit shit, you gotta make sure shit sounds fire. Like if I send the mix back and it just sounds like I put some EQs and compressors on it, like client's gonna be like, yo, you didn't do shit, you know what I mean? I paid you. So it just has to sound dope. Like you have to make sure your shit sounds dope. There's no excuses either. You got all the tools. It's usually like when you work with an engineer that just shoots back something that's just like louder, and you're like, this is not better though, you know, it's just louder. You put a limiter on it. It's usually they're just lazy, you know, they're just doing like preset mixing where they like throw it into this and hit bounce, you know what I mean? Like adjust the master bus a little bit and be like, there you go, I mixed your shit, give me $100. That's why like I don't charge $100 to mix a record. Like that's fucking stupid. If I charge $100 to mix a record, I would never do it, because I think I could never do it, because then it would be like, okay, I'm not really doing anything. Like most people that are charging $100, $200 for a mix, they ain't doing shit. I promise you. And if they are, they're just fucking your record up because they don't know what they're doing. So they're like adding a bunch of plugins that are unnecessary and doing stupid shit. You know, they're working out of their mom's, you know, apartment or in a weird bedroom with like some really shitty monitors. Like they didn't invest anything. They're cracking plugins. Like, and then you're having a mix for you because you think that they're a mixing engineer. Like anyone that's mixing records for $100 is not a mix engineer. I'm sorry. Like y'all can fight me about that. Y'all can tell me about some engineer that you know that charges $100 to mix and master a record. I'll show you somebody that's fucking ripping you off. All right. Love you guys. On that note, I'm out of here. You guys have a great Sunday night. Hope you got a lot out of this. And if you did, please, please, please just share the show. That's all. Just share it. You know, drop some love on it. Hit a comment. Hit a like. Hit a lick. All right. Peace.